Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about Bitcoin, which is trading below $90,000. And last week I mentioned that it had a chance to move into the 100 to 102,000 range. 100 to 102,000. Has something changed in the market, or is this scenario still relevant? Let's take a look at the chart. These are weekly candles. Take note, Bitcoin broke through the green 50-week moving average and stopped its decline at the red 100-week moving average. Accordingly, as long as the 100-week moving average hasn't been broken to the downside, it's premature to talk about a further move to deeper lows. But if that happens, we could see Bitcoin around the 200-week moving average, which is $57,000 to $58,000. At the same time, that's how financial markets work, not just Bitcoin. When there's an important level, the price. First, during a decline, it tests that level multiple times, then breaks through it and does a retest of that level from the other side, checking its strength. And then, if it turns out to be strong, if sellers are stronger than buyers, the price continues to decline. The same thing happens in a growth pattern. That is, the price first hits a certain level, then breaks through it, returns to it, and continues its movement further upward. Let me show you an example. Look, here there was a big drop in Bitcoin with a break of the orange 200-week moving average. Then a certain maximum was formed. Let's mark it here, $25,211. Notice that when Bitcoin dropped to new lows and started to rise, it first bounced off this level. So we tested it and the price went down. Then this is exactly the pattern we're discussing. After that, the level is broken through and it is tested for strength once. Then it would seem growth should follow. But no, we test it again and again and again. For many weeks, we keep hitting this level. And then a full-fledged growth wave finally begins. This is something similar to what I'm expecting in this area, around the 50-week moving average. So I expect that we'll see a situation like this, maybe something like this, and then further down. Globally, on the monthly candles, the trend is downward. And now let's quickly go over the daily and 4-hour time frames. On the daily candles, we can see that the last time Bitcoin tested the green 50-day moving average was at the end of October. And now it has come quite close to it and seems poised to test it again. An upward movement. But take note, on December 9th, there was a rise, we set a new local high, and then within a few days, that growth candle was completely engulfed. So, formally, we are currently in a downtrend. And as long as we don't see a bullish engulfing in return, it's premature to talk about growth, even to such an insignificant level as $95,000. Also note that on the daily candles, Bitcoin is trading below all the moving averages. And this indicates that the global trend is downward, at least on the daily time frame. On the 4-hour candles, the situation is similar. Here too, Bitcoin is below all the moving averages. And as long as we see this situation, I definitely wouldn't consider any purchases. Not even with local targets like $95,000 or $100,000. Therefore, if you want to consider buying Bitcoin, even for a short-term position, it shouldn't be before we see a breakout above all the moving averages on the 4-hour chart. For now, we wait and do nothing, because this decline could continue. And the monthly candles suggest that the probability of this happening is very, very high. Subscribe to the channel, leave your comments, and hit the like button. See you next time. Goodbye.